Well, officials then are confident the vote will pass off unhindered and free of fraud. The opposition, though, simply doesn't believe the government will allow the people to make a free democratic choice. And behind all this, watching events unfold, is the country's military. Our correspondent, Imran Khan, takes a closer look at how, above all others, this institution sits at the heart of power in Pakistan.
A proud army shows off its assets to the nation. This is the image the Pakistani army wants to project. Disciplined, well-armed and ready to fight. The army holds a special place in Pakistan, a country that's been ruled longer by military generals than civilian politicians. Some even claim that the army has ruled the country more successfully than any political party. In this country, there are 3 key seats of power: the Prime Minister, the President and the Chief of Army Staff, commonly known as the Troika. And one man held 2 of those seats until very recently. This military parade occurs every year, and last year the then Chief of Army Staff, General Musharraf, also the President of the country, portrayed an image of steady command. But just weeks after this display came Musharraf's sacking of Pakistan's Chief Justice. Then the army, for the first time in its history, mounted an operation on a mosque complex in the heart of the capital. It then sent 100,000 troops to Waziristan to fight Taliban forces in the tribal areas, all of which angered many in Pakistan. The general came under fire from his people, and the protest movement against his rule became ever more visible. For the first time in the country's history, the army came under public criticism, and now that spread to within the ranks of its former senior officers. They formed a group asking for him to resign the presidency.
President Musharraf, we have advised him to step down. The army is under criticism. Why? It is because the government has created a confrontation between the nation and the armed forces. Army is being used, it has been used where they are not supposed to be used. The jobs that they are doing, it's not their job. Today, the army is killing own inhabitants, own Pakistanis.
The army defends their position.
It is felt that the army has played its role, and now the civilian agencies, departments should take over and move forward.
This city is at the heart of the Pakistani military establishment, and that establishment is facing criticism. The new man in charge, General Pervez Kiani, is trying to change that perception. He's already brought back the army from running civilian institutions, but it's a big ask. This has been declared the Year of the Soldier. The Pakistani army will be hoping that's exactly what it will be. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Rawalpindi.